My name is Bamdele Okpeyemi Ruth. I hereby present Creative Writing Final Project. J4 Picture for Women 1979. I topic it, Love You Always. Love, you always say, will find its way, which each passing day you will never relent in. But somewhere deep down, I trust your words. May love find a way. Our action are mirrored, our love. Though distance is keeping us away, our hearts like glued in understanding dove. Love indeed will find a way. If love should find a way, it will be a story to tell. But what if it never find a way? I have no reason to doubt love, because I will surely find a way to stay in. Mom and dad says he is poor, yet love in me doesn't know that way. All I love is to be with who my love is with. Love closes poverty door, because surely we find a way. With my nail down to the ground, I looked up to the heaven. Abba, you've helped me to find love. Now, help love to find us a way to our dreamland. I grabbed my pillow, thinking it is you. For how long will distance keep us away? I hope my dream for a home that is new. I really need a chance to find a way for love, so the love can find us a way. Creative Writing, Gia Ali, Westernland, 2017. I topic it, Lost City. In the middle of no man's land, as they call it, every man and woman ready. As the sun sets, their day starts. It is a mixture of day and ugly in a community. The lost city, they call it. Your wife is not yours alone in the lost city. Pregnancy is forbidden. Sex is the breakfast in here. Who will deliver the lost city? Maybe the person is not yet born. Maybe when the generation is gone with no replacement, but highly attractive to the lost city outsider, who drop to the city every market day for a special treat. Unbelievable happened to be to the lost city, an untouchable city many had believed, the most attractive lustful city in the world. The new king of the kingdom has ordered for its destruction. It is against the gods of the land, said the new king. Within 7 days, the lost city is gone, left with just one man standing in the middle of a chaotic city. Creative Writing, Jenny Javel, Rivers, 2002 to 2003. I topic it, Peace finally rests on me. Peace is free, yet eluded many. When peace escapes your soul, anxiety sets in. My heart no longer beats the rhythm of anxiety, and my tongue has unlearned the language of frustration. Now, because the sun has switched duty with the moon, is chasing away my darkest night, but because my mind has drunk from the water of reality, each morning I woke up more confident than how I embraced the night, as happiness has now found a home in my heart. I pray, hope, and still lay hold to faith, but as I buried the belief of predestined faith, why wait for the God to move up the mountain like a baby back by her loving mother, when your bone can carry you halfway to the mountaintop? Why sugarcoat the lie that only the gods can turn the water of witches into the wine reality? when the grapes and palm tree wait daily to quench our state. If only we can willing enough to transform it into a tasty wine. Why should I wait for God to make me into the man I want? From the clay that gives life to Adam in Eden. When I know and I can mold the clay of my wishes into being of reality. If only my hand can dig and romance the dead soil. If my crops should die because the gods stopped the rain, I will farm again, till the rain becomes too heavy for the sky to hold. Should I bleed my eyes in the morning for no fault of mine? I will only cry if my tear can replace the rain. Why should I strain my eyes looking for the rainbow in the dark cloud, when I can dance to the melody of the thunder that usher in my rain, or wait patiently till the sun wakes with brightest? For no matter how hard the storm rage, it is just wind, it will pass. Creative writing, Glenn Brown, On the Way to the Lecture Center, 2017. I topic it, The Goddess of Water. She always makes her grand entry into my room when the clock ticks 3 a.m. The witch's hour, they call it, with an owl hut, shilling Wade, leaving Rusty outside. Ominous natures open if the curtain of my window flies. And a more frightening sapping of electrical energy. And every form of illumination in my room. When she is around, my room gets transformed into a modern-day aquarium with a tunnel in between and a proved glass shading. It is a pass away from the ocean life as the swell rhythmical with the glory of the marine world. My bed sat in the middle of this tunnel, where I get to see dolphin, mollusks, jellyfish, and colorful coral, and the many wonders of this triumphant blue ocean. All beautiful but scaring and Jutta. For the priestess told me, the Yemeja, the goddess of water, 8 men who do not have enough to face her after asking for a blessing. I've been borrowing myself some courage from only God knows where. Yemeja, beautiful, can be compared to 1,000 healthy women. Her body, coffee with mammary gland and dairy imperfection. The goddess from the marine world is whom I have come to see, the queen of the ocean in the full glare. 77 maiden singing a sonorous song. I brought out my ritual, the ritual that put an end to all life financial troubles. It instant caused fire, a sign of ritual acceptance, and put me on my journey of weight and influence. My journey to the lecture center has ended in a positive way. Creative Thinking titles Carl A. Seen Through Time 2008. I topic it Shatter Destiny. The day was so busy enjoying it me. He didn't hear the bang of my bow, the whistle of my arrow through the air towards its head. By the time the poor thing noticed it was alone. It was too late. The arrow had its mark, and the lovely deer was gone in second. I felt bad after I just did, and why I still get being prickled almost immediately after killing something still amazed me, considering the fact that I have been doing this for the last 20 years. I shrugged off the feeling as usual. I slowly walked up to the dead animal. I pulled out the killing tools, wiped the blood off before returning to the quiver. It took me quite some time before I started the cutting, all as the sheer beauty of the deer memorized me. The horn of the deer weren't like the usual one, as this one had some peculiar curve. I wonder where I had seen such before, but I just couldn't get a grip on it. And this was particularly strange as I didn't sort that forget. Then it hit me. This was what was called the old one, as they were extremely rare to find and quite difficult to hunt. I know of someone once told me that killing of any of these was the dream of any hunter. The person was not an ordinary hunter. He was the best among the best. He was never been able to kill any of the deer before he died. My joy knew no bound as I quickly cut the animal lip by lip and carefully put the part in my hunting bag. It was said by killing any of these deer bring good luck, though I am not fan of superstition and magic. But I could help but hope that my wishes of having another child after 6 years ago will be finally answered. My mission of the day had been accomplished. It was time to begin the long walk back home. I had headed home, and that amazing feeling washed over me as I couldn't wait to tell my beautiful wife and daughter the good news. I ran through the wood, scaring the little animal in the process. I still couldn't believe it. I have done what no hunter has done in generations. Has it ever been done? Yes, I screamed and pushed the air. Tonight, it is going to be wonderful. I soon stopped running and continued the journey back home, walking. Soon, I was close to the home, as I couldn't see the little apple farm. I stopped and plucked an apple, munching it, smiling, as I felt like a god. But that smile soon came off my face as I noticed the weird attack along the path of my cabin. I followed the track and tried to make meaning out of it. Seemed the track started and stopped at the farm, which didn't make any sense. I was still trying to figure out what happened there when I saw a black substance on the ground. It was tar. That could such a thing be doing around here? I wondered. I got a little nervous and ran all the way to the cabin, but there was no longer a cabin there, as what I once called home was a shadow of itself. My cabin has been set on fire and everything has collapsed to the ground. My bag fell off my hand and I was in shock. I left there a night ago and it was my cabin was on fire. Surely I would have seen the flame. Dear spirit, what happened here? I ran quickly to see if my family was in the cabin when it was set ablaze, or they were kidnapped. I silently prayed for the later. But it was not to be so, as I found my daughter burnt beyond recognition inside the cabin, but her mother was not beside her. "Melissa, Melissa," I screamed my daughter's name. But she didn't answer, as she must have passed the threshold in the underworld long ago. I did not know how I was supposed to react, and so I covered her with my clothes and I went in search of her mother. I looked around the area, hoping to find something that might lead me to her horror. There she was, hanging from the tree. The track that led to nowhere finally made sense, as it was right under there she was hanged. Tears ran down my eyes as I quickly climbed the tree to bring her down. Her eyes were wide open, suggesting that she was watching something horrifying before her death. Probably the fact that her daughter was being set on fire. No, it was something else, as her clothes looked rough. I pulled up her gown to discover that her trouser was wrapped around her vagina. Katarina was raped before she was hanged. Who could have done this wicked thing to a harmless mother and daughter? I went back inside and carried my daughter out, placed her beside her mother, with tears flowing down my eyes. I stared at the still body of my last living family. A night that's supposed to be for a celebration. Somehow, it is now a time of grief. My luck still remains rotten. Once again, death has come calling, and yet still, I can't seem to stop it from talking the ones I love.